Yo, it is
Yo,
game day, y'all. We about to
yes, sir.
fucking clap them cheeks.
Hey, yo, we started off crazy, bro. We started off crazy.
That's
Pause.
how we
But
do,
y'all know what
baby.
it is, bro. We up in the garage. We get it in. It's game day. Y'all know what it
Yes,
is, bro. Make sure y'all hitting them buttons. But start us off with that funky music, man.
yes, sir. Let's do it. Guy, Chris, protect the shield. Good morning, brother. How you doing? My guy, Lunatic Raider, Raider Allegiance. What is good?
We on? Oh, hey!
We are. None other than Mr. Fitz, bringing none other than our guy, Joe Morley, bring out none other than the Violator, Wayne Marbury, bring out none other than the notorious Mitchell Rams. Yeah, that's what's up. Ready
What's the
for
deal,
some
man?
Raiders football? Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
bro.
Salute to everybody. Good morning, everybody on the West Coast. Good afternoon, everybody in the East. Welcome to another installment of Good Morning Raiders. We are your hosts. I am Jay Raider. This is the Raider Rundown in full effect, y'all. I am pumped, dog. I'm pumped for this game, man. I'm feeling good, and man, I can't wait to see our boys just tear this shit up today, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm excited, man. You know, it's one of them days. It's low key football weather out here in the IE. You know what I mean? It's good out here, man. I'm feeling good about today's game. I'm cool that the starters are going to be playing. You feel me? I'm cool with the starters playing. But you know, I'm looking for a lot of things, man. I'm looking for a lot of improvement today. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to the Ghetto Boys. You know what it is, man. Tap in. But yeah. You know, I'm looking for a lot of improvement from last week, man. We want to see some good things, man. Starters playing. So
Yep.
you know what I mean. Let's see some good things and build some confidence as the season comes.
Yes, exactly. There's a lot of things that we're going to be looking out for. We're going to go ahead and get into in just a bit. But before we do, and before we bring out our special guest, let's go ahead and acknowledge our chat. Shout out to our chat, everybody in the building, everybody pulling up. Real quick, shout out to our guy Malo in the 213 East LA Raider in full effect.
Yes,
What's
sir.
good,
What's
my guy?
happening? What's
Salute to
happening?
you, brother. Yes, sir.
Tap in. We got LA
Mario
Raiders in the
James,
chat, man.
yes, sir. Game day, baby. Yeah, it's Miller
It is
time.
Miller time, bro. It is Miller time. I
I already
agree.
started, I already started. Salute to Body Snatcher in the building. What to do, brother? Yes, sir. With the he's with the
Agreed.
Ray. I gotta do it right, dog.
Raiders!
I got the
Okay.
I
The
got I
change.
got
I like it. I like
I
it.
see with it, and I'm all fucking, you know what I'm
I
saying?
like it. Yeah, you had to change it up. You had to change it up.
Yeah. Salute to Yaya in the building. What to do, my guys? Salute. Herman Monster with another one with the Raiders.
Salute.
Raiders!
Yes, sir. Get a boy in the building. Salute to you. I don't know what to do, brother. Good morning, man. Appreciate you.
Morning.
Our guy, for sure. All right. Good. Salute to everybody else. I'll pull it up right now. But let's go ahead and start kicking things off. We're going to go ahead and bring in our special guest for this morning. This man has been a lifelong Raider fan. He has his own channel, the Ultimate Raider Fan 32. Make sure you guys go ahead and tap in, give him a follow and a subscribe. But let me go ahead and bring out none other than Turf, the Ultimate Raider Fan 32 in the building.
Yo, what's cracking?
What's going on, man?
What's
one fourth or one half of the Raiders syndicate in this motherfucker. I'm out, man.
That is a fact. That's
what's up. Shout out.
That is a fact.
Shout out to the Raiders syndicate. Leo, Chris Protect Shield, and Severe, the newest member over there, man. Shout out to those guys. Give our guys a follow too, for sure. But man, oh man, it is game day, y'all. I am pumped. Like I said, I'm ready to go ahead and do the damn thing. I'm very excited to go ahead and see our Raiders go ahead and put things together and look better, bounce back from last week. But before we do, let's go ahead and talk about the Raiders joint practice. They had the Niners and the Raiders had a joint practice this couple of days ago, actually, this past week on Thursday. They had the joint practice. So right now, what it's looking like, Geno connecting with Bowers and Tucker. They found some success during their joint practice. I do have some game footage for y'all, so let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. Let's see here. All right. Pull that up. All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
He hit Tucker on that deep shot.
Yeah,
and then,
bro.
And then we got it with Brock right here. Let me go ahead and put that. Nasty, man. He got face mask and everything. He still got the
Yeah.
Brock is a monster.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
bro. Yeah. There's things I expect. You know what I mean? When it comes to Raiders football, Max Crosby doing his thing. Brock Bowers is now part of that, where I expect him to kind of make them type of plays. But the first clip, man, that's a clip that even Unc and I, man, we be going back and forth on Turf and Rundown, man. You know, I be talking about Trey Tucker a lot. You know, and all credit, because at the beginning of the joint practice, he had some drops, right? Like he was dropping the ball, and you had the reports like, hey, man, you know, he's getting in his head, he's over here dropping the ball. But, you know, as the practice went on, they said the veteran leadership of Geno kind of helped him out a little bit. Then all of a sudden he turned it on when the team period came on, had 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? So I think that's, you know, that's where some of what I've been saying kind of is going to play in the factor, bro. The fact he has this type of quarterback and it's so early in his career still. He's only in year 3. You know what I mean? So if he can kind of get on track with Geno and start that trajectory now, then we can have some going forward. I'm not saying he's going to be Randy Moss or you know what I mean, nobody like that immediately, but, you know, still, I think he'll be better than what he's been.
Yeah, 100%. What are your thoughts, Jeff, when we saw that clip?
I mean, it's progression, right? It's what you want to see. It's the chemistry that needs to be built and created for, you know, the early part of the season, and not, you know, try to start building that kind of, you know, situation after game 3, which is why it's important for these guys to play some of these preseason snaps. I'm not saying play a whole game by any means, but, you know, I mean, I would love to see a little bit of an in-between, right? Like they did, ease them out first one, second one, maybe play him a quarter, right? Third one, play a half, man. You know, play a half. Really get everything in rhythm, because you don't want to play your first game, right, and then have that slump that second game, because your body hasn't, been shocked well enough yet, right, for that whole physical 4 quarters. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to do him wonders, though, as well as, as far as the future. I'm really hoping that rundown is correct and accurate in terms of Tucker. A lot of people feel that way. Everybody wants him to do well. I do too. This is time to prove it.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's going to have a really good year. There was a lot of questions coming into this preseason, into this training camp, of where his place is going to be now that Dante Thornton's here. You have that bigger, long, taller receiver that has the same exact speed as you. So there was some questions there, but I think that veteran presence is starting to come out. He's going to make those tough plays that maybe that Dante Thornton can't make. And we saw that last week with the Seahawks game on that back shoulder that was thrown to Dante, and he couldn't make that adjustment, right? And this is something where maybe Trey can make those adjustments on the fly, because if Geno sees something, he has to make an adjustment. Sometimes that veteran knowledge goes a long way to go ahead and make those type of catches and make those type of adjustments in stride. So I'm very excited to go ahead and see what Trey brings. I like Mario's comment here. Brock Bowers is not his full potential. You 100%. We just seeing like the very cusp of it, but he's already on that good trajectory, which means it's not going to be it's not going to be a step back from last year, that sophomore slump. We're going to see a continuation of Brock Bowers on the upward trajectory, and I think right now the sky's the limit, to be honest, on that kid. I'm very excited to go ahead and definitely see what he does this season. He's going to be a big weapon for us come this season, especially in that red zone.
That's where I'm at. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, I expect Bowers to eat this year, man. He's gonna do what he does, especially with Chip Kelly. I mean, Chip gonna find a way to scheme him up, and you have Michael Mayer where he don't have to play tight end like that. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, I don't think we forget it, but I think people outside of the Raiders be forgetting that. Like, he doesn't necessarily have to line up at the traditional Y, like, at all, to be honest. Like, for a full game, if we wanted to, we don't even have to line him up as a traditional tight end, hand on the ground for a full game if we didn't have to. Like, if we didn't want to, you'd be like, hey, Mike, that's you all day, bro. And then Bowers, bro, you either in the slot or you gonna play X or Z, whatever you want to do, bro. We just going all throughout the receiver spots. So it's gonna be real nasty if we got that type of matchup. Just depends, how defense is gonna try to play it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Let me go ahead and continue forward. I wanted to go ahead and touch on this. I touched on it a little bit on the Wednesday show with the connection with the fellas. Why JPJ is at guard? I think probably this is one of the hottest topics that's been circulating in Raider Nation, aside from the secondary and the defensive line. Why JPJ has been put at guard. So there was an article that was put out by Raiders Beat. Shout out to Raiders Beat. If you don't follow them on Twitter, make sure you guys go ahead and give them a follow. They put out an article basically saying basically from an interview that Hondo Carpenter did earlier this week, and explaining why JPJ has been put at center. Basically, it's all due to a hand technique issue. So they want to see better technique coming from JPJ and that center spot, right? The technique is not quite there. It takes a little bit more finesse to go ahead and run that center position. And not just only that, you're really running that offensive line. You're that captain on that offensive line. So there's a lot of communications, a lot of change-ups. You have to be able to go ahead and call out blitzes or call out certain formations at center if you're playing that position. And looks like JPJ was struggling kind of doing that. Richie Incognito did a interview later on that week. He goes on further to say basically that that center position, there's a whole lot to it. Again, there's a lot of communication between the guys. You got to call out plays. You got to go ahead and do audibles. it's all that. So what happened is that Jordan Meredith really hunkered down and studied that center position, and we're just seeing that fruits of that labor come to fruition. So looks like the coaching staff really likes Meredith, and they're sliding JPJ over to guard to go ahead and kind of improve and refine his hand technique and his technique and overall. Brute force is great, but what they're also looking for is that technique. So, there's certain situations where like third and long or fourth down situations where it requires more of a technique as opposed to just brute force. So, after hearing kind of that, what are you guys' thoughts on the whole thing behind JPJ getting slide over to center? I'll start with you, Turf. Turf.
My bad. What'd you say?
I said, what do you think about JPJ being slide over to center? After
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I heard you. I just brain fart. But yes, I don't like it. I think it sent the wrong message, if you will. We already don't have a good track record in terms of our players and coaching staff, front office while being here, best alumni on the planet. I mean, there's nobody that would ever argue that, and that's even people that probably got done wrong as a Raider. But I just think that they didn't handle this properly. I don't know who made these decisions. I don't agree with the whole technique, etc., based on what we saw the last 8 games, that he played. So, but we are on the outside looking in. If JPJ didn't do the things he was supposed to do and study and understand that they wanted more out of him outside, on those sides of the fence, then that's on him. And, instead of him running his mouth about being, your starting center, while that was all going on and it sounded all great, all the sound bites with how he became the center, all of that stuff sounded great, but now it looks wild, right? And if that's what they're trying to do, again, I don't agree with it. But at the same time, this is what I mean. I don't see how his confidence grows in any way, shape, or form as far as his sophomore season here. So I'm not with it. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I figure. What about you, Ron?
Yeah, I mean, I hear what they saying about the technique shit of it. I get it, but it's like, a lot of that sound like coach speak to me. You know what I mean? Like, and like when somebody hear that, they might not know what I mean by coach speak. Coach speak is basically football terms for bullshit. That's just what it is, bro. Because at the end of the day, Meredith ain't never played center. So you mean to tell me a motherfucker that never played center has better technique than somebody who's always played center? You couldn't get JPJ in his second year to learn that, right? Like that's where like it doesn't correlate. 1 + 1 not equaling 2 for me, bro. Like, so we get it. Like JPJ is in his second year. Yes, we're not saying this man's an all pro. So yeah, there's things he needed to learn. So you mean to tell me you couldn't get somebody who's had a proven track record of playing center to learn what you needed him to do? You would rather have taken a guy that has never played center and have him try to build it from ground up. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it's not correlating for me, bro. It's not correlating. What is correlating for me, and I'm continuously saying it, if a story come out later on, so be it. You know where you heard it. I think either Kappa was hurt. Kappa is so hurt, or he's so terrible at that guard that they said we have to put JPJ at guard because we're fucked over there, bro. I think that's what they're saying. I honestly think that's the deal. That's fine. Yeah. If that's fine, that's fine if that's what you want to say, bro. But don't, again, I always said, don't put no lipstick and wig on a pig and try to tell me that shit's Halle Berry. It's not. You know what I'm saying? I know what time it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Kappa ain't practicing how long? When the last time y'all done heard Kappa practice?
Couple weeks.
Shit, we got in the train. This man, I don't even think he done take a training camp practice. The last time I seen him practice was like mini camp.
Yeah.
So it's like, And motherfucker, bro, and then everybody, the beat writers want to tell you something about competition and shit. What fucking competition? Kappa ain't fucking practiced, and Antonio Mafi is ass. So what's the competition?
Don't even get me started with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. What competition does he really have? Let's be honest with ourselves, dog. The shit sound good. The shit sound good, but like again, really look at it with different lenses, bro. Kappa has not practiced, and I don't know how long. Mafi's booty and everybody else is on the left guard, right? So he has no goddamn competition over there. It just, I just feel like they had to thin it out. You feel what I'm saying? To ultimately strengthen the line. You feel what I'm saying? Ultimately strengthen the line. So,
right.
There, and I think it's more along the line. They probably did like Meredith's measurables. You know what I mean? I heard something about that. They probably did like that, and you know what I mean. Wanted to find a way to get him on the field. Okay, so be it. But this is where we at, bro. I mean, this is the lineup. I already said it. This is the starting five. They shouldn't change it no more.
Right.
Don't change it.
Exactly, and I agree, bro, because having that continuity, building up that continuity is super important right now.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
And I think it's really not going to change, to be honest with you. I think this is basically it. Yeah, I think this is basically going to be it. But yeah, you need to go ahead and start building that relationship now.
Can I ask y'all this though? Let me ask y'all this. I'll be honest. I genuinely feel like this is the best 5 linemen we have. Like, okay, like position take out of it, whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like off the team, like these are the best 5 linemen, period. You feel me? So, like, okay, well, the book is still out on Parham. The book is still out on Parham. I don't know about that. But other than that, I feel like this is it. So, like, getting all of them in here, I'm not mad at. You feel what I'm saying? But like you said, they got a jail. They got a jail now. So let them go ahead and continue to play together. After this game, I do not want to fucking hear that JPJ is going back to center, right? I don't want to hear that, right? Because guess what? If we hear after this game JPJ going back to center, and all of a sudden Meredith is second string and Kappa is all of a sudden a starter, I'm sweating bullets, bro. I'm sweating bullets.
100%.
Makes no sense.
No, shout out Chewy in the building.
Yeah, Chewy at the game. What it do, bro? I agree 100%, bro. This is something hand technique and just technique. That's something you could be learning like 3 months ago at minicamp.
Right.
It doesn't take a whole long time. The kid is a hard worker. I'm pretty sure you can go ahead and nail that down. At least
don't take that. Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah, at least improving to the point where the coaches can be appeased. He's working on it. Obviously he has to keep on doing it. But I think what it is just they like Meredith more, to be honest with you, and they wanted to go ahead and slide.
I think so too.
Then Kappa just going down just added even more to it. And so this is probably going to be the starting 5 on the lineup. And it should be, to be honest with you, to go ahead and start building that rapport, that relationship, because come week 1, you're the guy next to you. You need to know what he's going to do on certain situations, on certain downs. Yeah, all that is important. Yeah, all that is important. And if they're not in sync, it's going to look ugly. It's going to look like fucking last week. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hey, bro, look. I don't mean to cut you off. But everybody should be playing, bro. Everybody, it's low key. Now that I look back at it, bro, y'all getting me heated. Like now that I look back at it, I'm kind of hot that he had only JPJ and Meredith playing well into the second quarter. Why not Glaze either? Glaze is over there getting his ass whooped a little bit. Get his ass out there. He in his second year. What the hell he done? To over there get that rest. Only person on that O-line that should be getting any rest is Colton Miller. That's it. He the big money man. You feel what I'm saying? He just signed the contract. Last time I checked, he the only one with big money in there. Everybody else? Everybody else ain't got no money like that. You feel what I'm saying? Nah.
Be fighting.
Yep. Hey, regardless of how you feel, Turf, he is our most stout.
Yeah, no, I get it. There's nothing we can do.
He's stout, bro.
He was the one that we needed to pay. Again, the only thing I'm gonna be upset about is if he doesn't look good from the start. I mean,
but he's healthy now. I'm not tripping about it.
I agree, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He should be solid now. There's no There's no,
Yeah.
excuse to not be solid from the jump because Lord knows we do not need an injury from the
No,
back.
exactly. And that's why you take his ass out. Get him out. Everybody else, get your goddamn reps, bro. Get your reps, man. Because we need it.
Bingo.
100%. 100%. I put up a quick poll in the chat, on my chat. Who do you want to see at center, Meredith or JPJ? Make sure you guys go ahead and head on over, cast your vote over there. Let your voice be heard. But it is what it is. And if this is the lineup, this is the lineup, and let's just run with it and have them start building that fucking relationship. I want to go ahead and switch off to this. Still sticking on this joint practice of this week. Trouble in the secondary. There's been some reports from camp that the defense struggled, the secondary struggled with the Niners. They got beat a couple of times. So I think Chin was one of them. Darren Porter had a little bit of struggles as well. Stokes. And we're getting into Kyle Kelly in a little bit, but what are your thoughts hearing that there's some trouble in the secondary, especially with the corners? I think Paul Mal was another one that had a little bit of trouble keeping up with some of those guys out there. Go ahead, Triff. We'll start with you.
Yeah, I think it's spot on. I knew we had trouble to begin with, which is why I never understood trading our best corner in our backfield for, I guess, what you would consider a bag of peanuts unless he plays like a starter or second rounder. I mean, we've already started seeing messages about Jacorian getting first play reps. I mean, I don't know, man. It would look awful if
he's out there right now.
Who, Jacorian Bennett?
He out there right now. Now that I'm looking at it.
It'd be awful if he looks great and we gave him away for a defensive lineman that
he just broke up a goddamn pass. Now that you just talked about it too, that's funny as hell.
Hey.
He just broke up a goddamn pass.
This is why people can, and this is where people can understand that I am literally very objective, because if there's anybody that given him more flack, it's been me, and I'm over here saying that we gave away our best corner. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not biased. I gave him a lot of flack, but he might turn around over there in Eagles land and look crazy. Because if he can start getting the jump on balls with that speed and agility and ability, game over.
Yeah, 100%.
That is true.
Game over. Yeah, and they don't have a line. They don't have a lot of time. They got the best defensive line in football. You got Robinson and Carter. I mean, you can't double either one of those guys. It's a game. I mean, this year is going to be interesting.
Now,
at least for my side team. Shout out to those fans. That's my side squad right there.
I saw that comment just now. Was Becton not a first rounder? Becton's a first rounder, was he not? Mekhi Becton is a first rounder. And going from tackle to guard is way different than playing guard and playing center, which you've never done. Really, you know what I'm saying? Right. Shit, you could have been a goddamn tackle or guard somewhere in your high school, and they're like, oh no, go over here, bro. You can interchange that. That's easier. But center to guard, that's different. But as far as the secondary, yes, I do agree. Guard, there's a lot of good comments in here, bro. They spitting today. But
yeah,
I say as far as the secondary, man, I think everybody focusing on the wrong thing. We heard that there was trouble in the secondary, right? We ain't hear no name about no Porter. We ain't hear no Stokes, right? But we did hear that Ricky Pearsall was cutting our ass up like a Ginsu knife, right? Where does Ricky Pearsall play? Right. If your answer was slot, you just won the $100 million prize. What's the goddamn position on the secondary that we all said throughout the whole off season? It's a problem. The slot. All right. So now, bro, we already I said this on Twitter, bro, and people are trying to excuse it. I'm not going to excuse it. we're getting cooked by Ricky fucking Pearsall in training camp. It's a problem. Oh, Ricky Pearsall was a first rounder. He's pretty good. There, bro, the first 4 weeks consists of receivers that are better than Ricky fucking Pearsall. I'll tell you that right now. Stephon Diggs can play in the slot, can he not? He'll cook Darnay Holmes. All right. Second week, we already see Ladd McConkey get damn near 200 yards on us. He'll cook Darnay Holmes. You feel what I'm saying? Third week, who we got? Commanders. I guarantee you that Cliff Kingsbury will scheme up Terry McLaurin to be in the slot that goddamn week.
Easy.
Scheme it up.
Easy.
He's going to cook Darnay Holmes. Fourth week, Rome Odunze. I don't care what you say. Rome Odunze had 700 yards last week as a goddamn rookie. Ben Johnson to find a way to scheme it up. Cook him up there, bro. That's just the first 4 weeks. Don't even get me started on the receivers we got to play later on in the goddamn, bro. The Cowboys, you feel what I'm saying? The goddamn Eagles later on in the season, bro. We're playing some teams that got good receivers and be able to scheme our ass up to a point where it's going to be a problem in the middle of the field. So, I mean, but we all knew this. I don't understand. Like, Raider fans be like puzzling me because we try to excuse shit that we all know is fucked up from the beginning. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like we're in a bad relationship and we're just trying to excuse shit. You know what I mean? But it's all right. You know what I mean? We can excuse that, but we all knew it was bad, bro. You know what I mean? The whole offseason, we all said, we got to go get a nickel. You know what I mean? We got to go get a nickel, bro. Go get a nickel. Now, all of a sudden, when the season comes, we got this blind faith and reality that the nickels is going to play like all pros. Stop, bro. Stop. We all know what time it is.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about that position needs to be filled, but
come on, bro.
They don't want to do that, you know, and they were getting cooked. And that's why I said Chin would be one of them. Especially when
you did say that. Yeah, there you go, Chin.
Yeah. He's been getting cooked. So
he's not a slot.
He's not a slot guy. Traditionally, no. So, you know, looking at free agency, who's out there for nickel, there's not a lot of dudes, and most of those dudes on the list, because I checked the other day, are injured. They're coming off injury, or they're injured, or whatever.
Yeah, it's not.
The only one probably that I would probably take a flyer on is probably Asante Samuel. You know, that's really.
I thought he signed somewhere. I thought he signed up.
He's still available.
Okay, he's still up. But I heard he got a neck injury. That's why he's still out there. And don't get us wrong, bro. This is not a X's and O's situation for me. This is not a Patrick Graham situation. This is a Jimmy and Joe situation. We don't have the personnel, right, to be able to fuck around with some of these teams. That's what I'm saying. Right. It's not Patrick Graham. It's the guys that's playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Pete's putting his stamp on these things, and it's obvious. And even in terms of the type of defense that Patrick Graham is going to play, in my opinion, because he has forced him to have Pete Carroll-like corners, right? So that means everything, the philosophy is definitely going to gear a little bit more towards that type of a situation. And I mean, it is what it is. Is Patrick happy with that? I mean, hey, he signed up for it. I mean, he's got
there are holes on the team. Exactly. Yeah, we know that.
There are holes, but
we knew that though.
This is Pete Carroll's deal, is all I'm trying to say. If this defense doesn't go well, and I'm not trying to give PG a scapegoat or anything along those lines, all I'm saying is that when he was building this,
greedy,
he wasn't starting with 6+2 corners, right? He didn't have this whole measurable situation.
Yeah.
And that's now something he has to deal with. So he's got to change things on his side too, right? So just making sure I put that caveat out there in terms of how this.
I do agree. I do agree with Turf, and I agree with that comment, bro. Greedy. I do like Greedy. You know, he's young, he's unproven, so he can give us something, right? Something we ain't expecting. He got to play good today, though, for us to be like, all right, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. We need a little bit. We need more work from him. You know, we need.
He got to play good today for us to say that.
Yeah, we need to see. Yeah, we need to start seeing more from him for sure. 100%. Pig says, I wanted to draft Upton Stout as a nickel. He went to the 49ers, and they're saying that he's going to be great.
We didn't address it, bro. I don't understand why they didn't address it. There were multiple opportunities to address this position.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, this one he shot at the dollar store for. They shot at the dollar store for the nickel, bro. Like they went, hey, they did their thing at the linebacker. Again, we give credit where credit is due. You feel what I'm saying? They filled the linebacker very nicely.
I agree.
But just for some reason, I don't know why they're ignoring this nickel.
They neglected it big time.
Yeah,
maybe I don't know. Maybe Lonnie Johnson was part of the package.
Right.
Maybe
Maybe they thought Chen would come in and be a little bit more, right? Or was that more along the lines of what Adams is supposed to be now? Which
linebacker more.
He's
Adams is gonna lock it up. Yeah, I mean Adams locked that up. But what I'm saying is, I recall Chen being used like that maybe at Washington, as far as maybe level.
Yeah.
I remember us flirting with that idea at the very beginning when we got him. So clearly not needed anymore.
Yeah, that's probably why they brought in Terrell Edmonds to go ahead and be the other guy to provide cover.
Oh, there are things I'm watching, bro. Like this, if Pearsall plays today, I want to see what happens. You know what I mean? Where are we specifically getting killed in parts of the field? If it's the middle of the field, like it's always been, right? And it's the goddamn slots and linebackers, like it's damn near always is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Still sticking on the subject of defense. Tyree, talk about our buddy number 9. So there's reports this week. Tyree finding a little bit of success at D tackle. I think he had a couple of would-be sacks. Could this be the position that he's better suited at? Could he find better success at? Let's start with you, Run, because I know that dude owe you some money.
Man. Yeah. Yeah, I need that bread, bro. I need that bread either way. But I'm hoping to see it in the game, bro. I want to see it in the game. In practice, it sounds good. And it gives everybody this platform to say, like, see, I told you that's what Tyree's doing. That's what he does. And I've heard him already like a whole bunch of times in practice. He's tried the spin move. He's had a sack here in practice. He's done this in practice. And in the game, it's not the same, right? It's no spin moves. It's no pass rush moves, dog. So it's like today, bro, don't be labeled as no goddamn practice warrior, bro. Don't be labeled as a practice warrior. Actually do the shit in the game. Get the pressure 100%. In the game so we can see it. And we can all see it's tangible for this man to do something. You know what I mean? And it's like, and not like saying he's got to prove something to the fans, but it's more along the lines of saying, bro, like a lot of we're very skeptical. You know what I'm saying? Like we are very skeptical. You got to prove shit to yourself as well, man. Like so far, he has not proved in this league he can be a consistent pass rusher. He is not. However you want to slice it and dice it, he has not done it. So it's time for him to gain that confidence in himself to say, I can consistently rush the passer in this league.
100%. There's no consistency from him, and that's the thing. Turf, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm all set in terms of it is what it is. You got as best as you were going to get out of them. It's time to let somebody else continue on with the project long term.
Get somebody else to control her turf.
Yeah, and it's time to move forward. We're going to have to use him this season because we need somebody to just take up space. Apparently, he can at least hopefully do that. And give us a chance to get to a 5-12 season, because that's my goal. To be happy this season, we got to be 5-12. Like anything above that, great, because I don't see how you did it. And things below it, it's ridiculous. I mean, at least 5 games is winnable this year. So, and I'm being realistic, guys. I'm not trying to say that sarcastically or any of that. I've already had level set myself, way in terms of what's going on. And this was before they started playing the shenanigans in terms of the offensive line and moving JPJ around, getting rid of Wilkins, not having a real true D-tack. Like, we have some serious problems, and I'm not oblivious to it. So, You know.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
I can't wait till we get to the D line, bro. I'm just waiting till we get to the D line.
Yeah, for sure. With Tyree, I mean, if this is the spot where he's going to go ahead and find more success, let's just do it. Like you said, Turf, we're going to stick with him this season. Might as well try to get the most out of him. I don't know. Next year is definitely very questionable. I don't know if he has. I don't know if he has all the full 9 lives yet, but if it was up to me, he wouldn't be here next year.
Right.
But if he's finding more success at D tackle, let's plug him up there. Even if it's a rotational piece at this point. But at edge, I have not seen anything that's wowed me, that's made an impact or anything like that. Just
But let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it real. What is everybody's goal, right? It's to make the playoffs, correct? It's to actually make some noise. So we can't settle for mediocrity. I just said it this whole week, bro. This little bit of progression is nothing, to be honest. And it's harsh. It's harsh words to say, to be honest, because you're like, okay, yeah, like he's progressing. It is good as a player, but let's keep it real. Like Turf just illustrated. We don't have no Christian Wilkins, bro. And there is no reinforcement coming. You feel what I'm saying? This is it. This is it, bro. If you rewatch the game last week when it was just the front four rushing, they got zero pressure. Zero.
Yeah, zero pressure.
The only way that we got any pressure is when we blitzed. That's damn near dead. Like we had to blitz to get pressure. Now Max got back there like by himself, but of course that's one man band. You know what I mean? We didn't see that, and you can definitely scheme that out.
Correct.
He's the guy, bro, that has to get that interior pressure. So he has to grow like leaps and bounds, damn near. You know what I mean? For us to be where we need to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Correct.
I agree 100%. 100%. Let me go ahead and move on. Standouts this week, in the last week. Caillou Bukele. Sounds like he's stepping up. He's coming into more of the role. We're starting to see a progression from him. He was on the team last year. So I'm all for it, especially if this kid is going to be possibly playing either at the nickel or outside. I think having another corner that can definitely be impactful out there is all good for me. Thomas Booker, again, potential. He got first team reps this week. Adam Butler was out, I believe, on Monday with some personal issues. They put him on first team, and he was finding success. From those two guys, what are your thoughts with Bukele stepping up and potential of Thomas Booker? You said it earlier, Turf, the whole trade with Jacorian, and we got Thomas. There might be a diamond in the rough there because from what I've heard, he's talented. It's just he hasn't had the opportunity to showcase his stuff because of all the talent in Philly with that D line that's just fucking lethal. Now he might have his shot here with the Raiders. What are you guys' thoughts on Thomas Booker and Caillou Bukele?
I like Caillou Bukele. But see, that's like asking a dude if he likes, you know what I'm saying, Arby's, but he's starving. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. You're gonna love, right? So when it comes to Bukele, I'm just keeping it a bean.
100%.
I'm eating that right now. Pause. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm at with that. And then Booker. I mean, I think V. Beasley got it 100% correct. He's a body, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I get it. Yes, he is better than what we've had because that's what happens when you have a front office that builds a competent, team and has man up after man up, and at every position. And he's clearly somebody that could have been spared. Why we got him, and I think that's again something that's going to bring us back down to earth. And with him, he has nobody else with him. That's my problem. Don't get me wrong. Adam Butler is the dude, but There is no superstar on that D line, man. There's just not one there outside of Max, and I'm talking interior. So it's just gonna be a tough situation, man. You don't fix that type of a problem throughout the season, in my opinion. No, yeah, we're in trouble at that D tackle.
Yeah, so I mean, for the DT man, I mean, he showed some flashes for sure of the speed. You know what I mean, of his get off. He had a nice little get off the other day. But again, you know, I want to see more in the pass rush, man. I want to see him get back there. I want to see him cause some havoc back there. The rookies looked a little cool to me, you know, as far as some reps we saw throughout the week. You know, Pegues was cool and all that. But again, they rookies. You know what I mean? How much you gonna expect of them going through? So that's the thing. We have to see the growth today. Today is the day if they're starting. You know what I mean? If they're in that rotation heavy, how much pressure we getting back there? You know what I mean? How much pressure we getting back there? What does it look like in the game situation? You know what I mean? And then we go from there. So as far as Booker, I was cool what I saw. You know what I mean? I want to see him in the starting reps today and see what he does with the starters, and that's going to tell us a lot. And then as far as Blue Kelly, I want to see if he starts. You know what I mean? Because I guess he was starting ahead of Porter. So let's see what he looked like.
Yeah. Let's see what it looks like. See what impact he can go ahead and make now that he has a starting job today, for sure. Let me touch on the subject because he didn't have a great game last week versus the Seahawks, and you know that's a lot to attribute to that O-line. But Genty, does he bounce back this game? We're probably going to see a bigger body of work this today. Probably going to see maybe a full quarter from him. Let's start with you, Ron. What do you think about Genty? Do you think he's going to go ahead and start showcasing some of the stuff that, you know, a lot of us that he's been of what he's basically supposed to do, that traditional type of running back?
Yeah, I think he might get some good work today. I think he might get a good little series or two of just getting some good work. It'd be nice to see him get a nice little break off or something like that. But again, it's how is the O-line going to work? You know what I mean, in tandem with what he's going to do. So let's see how the O-line opens it up for him today. That'd be a good little test to see how it opens up. Maybe get him involved in the passing game a little bit more, maybe a little screen, you know what I mean, to him, dump it off. Let's see him really get out there. Because he's killing people. Every time we see him run a route, you know what I mean? I see a video, he's killing people. So you know, I want to let's see it in the game. You know what I mean? It's probably harder you ain't gonna scheme a wide ass open like that, but
yeah.
You know what I mean? Get him involved. Let's see a couple little more touches.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. What about you, Turf?
Yeah, see, this is where I become Debbie Downer, and the bottom line is if they decide to want to shut down Genty once he gets in the game, they can probably just continue to do that. I heard somebody talking about his blocking ability in the Seahawks game. I didn't see it. And if somebody has seen it if you got some clips, some cut-ups, please show that to me because I see other running backs in the league that's just not ready, and it's clearly showing, and the highlights are fierce. So I forget who was that was trying to tell us that running backs didn't have to block. Somebody I forget who that was, but I'd love to see him come front and center, especially with the heat that's coming along with these running backs that can't block blitzes, and it's just atrocious. So I don't know, man. I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know if the offensive line is going to gel right. So if the offensive line doesn't do well, he's not going to be able to do well. And I just don't see them not being able to key on.
Saw him block 2 times, bro.
So,
yeah, that's Money Chuck. Money Chuck. Yeah, Money Chuck brain be turning to Nickelodeon slime. You feel what I'm saying? When he watch football. At the end, yeah, bro.
I see Sun God is shout out to Sun God.
Shout out,
Sun God's in the building, bro. What's going on?
Sun God in a while. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoyed the show, as I always say, man. Yeah, that's what's up.
Good but yeah, I think just get him more touches, bro. Just get him more touches. I want to see him like just get a little more just get a little more work today. You know what I mean? Because you only had 3 carries, so you ain't gonna get no rhythm. And I think he's a rhythm type of running back anyway. So you gotta, you
Yeah,
know
I
what I
think
mean? Let him really get into the game type shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he even got into the game actually, because as soon as Gino went out, he went out.
yeah, yeah, I think so too. He definitely needs more work. So hopefully we get to see more of Genty and he'll be able to go ahead and get more touches because 3 is not enough.
Nah, nowhere close.
Mhm.
Nowhere close.
Nowhere close for sure.
Nah.
100%. Let's touch on our old boy here, AOC. Do we see an improvement in this game? He's going to get some work for sure. Now we don't know if it's going to be right after Gino, or and it's Cam right after Gino, or if it's going to be AOC. Either way, he's going to get some body of work. Are we going to see a better version of AOC, or are we going to see the same old shit? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Oh, same old, same old. I'm not even going. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to compare on that.
See that beautiful brown helmet right there with the AOC signature. It is half price off. Anybody that's willing to take this fire sale, I am
bro.
off of AOC, aka Aiden O'Connell. I mean, the only thing that can save me from completely running off the cliff is him having basically a flawless game today, which I think is pretty much impossible. And you know, I rode that till the wheels fell off. Pause. I gave that man some of the utmost support and respect for these 3 years, and it just didn't work out, man. You know what I mean? It just didn't work out. I mean, we all have players we like, right? I can back mines up. I got memorabilia that again is half price off. Fire sale for you AOC lovers, because the truth is I do believe he potentially can go somewhere else and possibly, you know, way later down the line, maybe, you know, have one of these Jared Goff type careers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not there, bro.
No.
It's not there, bro. It's not there.
Nah. I think that's it, bro.
Yeah. V says trade for Shador in a 5th. Honestly, bro, the way that AOC's been playing, I'll be surprised if we get a bag of beans for that kid right now, bro. A bag of chips. To be honest with you, I don't know how you can get a Shador in a 5th, dog. That's a pipe dream.
Nah.
No, just keep it real, dog. You know, the only way you're gonna trade AOC that you'd be able to move them is with another player and compensation on top of that. That's the only way you're gonna be able to do it, and they're not gonna do that. The regime is set. They shopping at the dollar store. We know that as a fact. They're not gonna go ahead and move them on a rookie deal. No, they're not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be real. I'm not gonna hope for any improvement for AOC because I know it's not really gonna happen.
Right.
You know, it's what I saw on that open practice and what I saw last week. It's indicative. It's the same AOC we've been seeing for the last 2 years. There's no like, I forgot. Somebody put a comment on one of my shorts that I did on overreaction on AOC, and they're like, it's the NFL, you know, like it's tough out there. Bro, you got to play with the highest level. I mean, we given this guy 2 years already to go ahead and show us something, and now taking off that pressure of being that starting quarterback and just being that role of number 2, he still can't get it done. It's like, come on now, bro. The kid, a rookie from Montana State, literally came out, showed poise, control, command, and took his team downfield, scored a touchdown, and drove down the field to go ahead and put us in a winning situation, right? We didn't come out on top, but he gave us that opportunity. Now, could AOC have done that? Maybe. I mean, he's kind of done that before, but it was a clear difference in performance between those 2 quarterbacks for sure. It's proven for sure, 100% now.
Yeah, I think for me, bro. I mean, we seen it. The problems are just still there, bro. The problems are the problems. You know what I mean? Like when he runs into pressure, it's an issue. You know what I mean? Yeah. When he runs into pressure, his brain turns into money Chuck brain. You know what I mean? Shit like a egg on a hot Arizona street, fried. You feel what I'm saying? That shit is fried, bro. So at the end of the day, he gets to scrambling when pressure gets around him, and then he don't understand where to throw it or how to throw it away. Or maybe he don't have the athleticism to really get out of there, so he panics or makes a panic throw. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, how do you get out of that? You know what I mean? How do we kind of get around that? It's part of the DNA. It looked like, you know what I mean? He been here how long? What, 3 years? So, and we still, and the same problems arise in the first game that we see you here. You know what I mean? The first game we see you, the same problems arise. So, you know, it was cool for a minute to think we had a little story, you know what I mean? And be like, oh yeah, we got something, you know what I mean? We got a quarterback. But then again, you know, we gotta understand, you know, where he was picked, you know what I mean, what the deal is with that. And quarterbacks that have that fourth round, I came from or whatever school type of story is far few between. You know what I mean? There's far few between. We're not gonna get into the whole quarterback talk. That's for draft day. You feel what I'm saying? That's for draft day. We'll get into draft day. But as far as quarterback, it is what it is, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sure. I think he's done. Cam Miller's time, bro. I think it's let's let Cam Miller go in there. I would love Shedeur. I would love to get Shedeur. Being realistic, probably not going to do that.
Not gonna happen.
Based on I don't know if they'll release him. That's the whole thing. And even if they do, I don't even know like where we would be in the waivers and all the extra. So that's pipe dream. So I don't even want to say that. But
that's not happening.
Well, I don't even want to say that.
No. You know, yeah. I mean, I see what he's saying. You know, he wants to start a chain reaction, but
I get that.
Happen. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, bro. They're not gonna pull the trigger on that. This is not where we can put pressure to the regime, and then they're gonna go ahead and make.
Now, if you telling me if I want it, yeah, for sure. Like,
we want it.
You know, is he better than AOC? Yes, 100%. He's better than AOC.
Absolutely,
100%. 100%.
Can't deny it. Can't deny it.
Oh man, hey Turf, man, brother Bennett went down, bro. He's down.
Oh, already? Damn.
No.
Hey, wait. That's not. No, we're not. No, it's not that. Because you said already. That was like damn. But yeah, no. I hope he's good, bro. Because that's the only thing, bro. That's the only thing with Bennett, bro.
Yeah,
that's the only thing with Bennett. Like his injury history is always in question. You feel what I'm saying? It's always in question.
Same thing for my guy.
Who? Sincere?
Nate Hobbs. You know,
Hobbs out too.
Yeah.
Hobbs out too. Yeah. I mean, look, it's not like they're not good players because Bennett is a good player. You feel what I'm saying? He's a good corner. But it's always like, bro, if you're not on the field, how good can I proclaim you to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be on the field.
Yeah, that's how we measure success for sure.
Correct.
Still sticking with Cam, his expectations. What are you guys expecting from this game from Cam? We are definitely going to see him. It's just a question of if we're going to see him for a full quarter, for a half. But what are you looking for in that time frame that he's out there? I'll start with you, Run. What are you looking for from Cam? Is like your expectation?
Got to be accurate, lead us down the field. You know what I mean? Like no turnovers, of course. That's how you go win the battle at the corner at the quarterback spot. First and foremost, you got to have no turnovers. Because if AOC's out there slaying, you know, flapjacks to the other team, then you good at that point. You know what I mean? If you keep it clean and just lead us down the field for points. Even if it's 3 for right now. So just keep it a clean game. But I want to see some tough throws, man. I mean, he had 7 throws last game, but I want to see some tougher throws. You know what I mean? Get in there. Really sling it downfield. And let's see the arm strength for real.
Right. Yeah, for sure. What about you, Turf?
I mean, definitely ready for Cam Miller. And yes, he is from North Dakota and Bobcat County. You made a mistake, but I was still going to shout out the Bobcats regardless because we do have touchdown Tommy. But yeah,
touchdown Tommy.
I'm definitely on board with that. And if it's not him, next young man up, if you will. You know, absolutely, it would be great to get a solid veteran. You know what I'm saying? That will 100% handle that situation of, hey, if Geno goes down, we'll need somebody that can kind of guide the, maintain the season, and then the young buck still in training. And we always want to keep that young buck in training, the one that makes sense. So, I think we got Bradley Carter today too, don't we? Isn't he over in San Francisco?
Yeah, he got
he's going to wreak havoc on us. I forgot about that. I thought about that. I see that being a problem today. I mean, I think about it. How would you feel, especially knowing you're better than AOC? I mean, at this point, he's got to feel like he's better than AOC.
Yeah, to a degree.
So,
yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be interesting.
From what I expect from Cam, I expect that leadership to go ahead and drive us down the field, make those decisions, those smart decisions, and prevent turnovers. It's just I'm really gonna see how he reacts again to pressure. He had some pressure last game. I just want to see what he does in those situations. I think he just had one sack in the time that he played, but he scrambled a couple of times. So, just putting up points on the board. And like Ren said, if it's 3 points, if it's a touchdown, it's all good. It's just having that composure, that leadership, not being frantic in the pocket. I think that's really what makes, a pretty good quarterback. And I think that's the problem with AOC. He just gets too flustered and he rushes the ball. He's holding on. He's trying to find the guy down in the seam. And, by the time he does that, the tackle's on him, and he's getting sacked. So I think just finding that composure from Cam, that's what I like, and just see more of that and just really see how he leads that team. And again, he preventing those turnovers, I think that's going to be the big thing. But that only happens with more time. So hopefully we get to see more time from Cam Miller for sure. 100%. Let's see here. I was gonna hit up this thing here. But let me move on. Let's talk about the keys to victory, right? So Raiders keys to victory versus the Niners. What do you think? What do you think are those going to be those keys to victory for us to be able to go ahead and get the dub today?
A tornado hits and they cancel the game. That's about the only way I see us winning this game. And I already honestly just said it. I mean, you have bottom line. Well, let me say this too, because there's some notion or there's some thought process that because it's preseason, certain guys are just cool with going out there and looking terrible. Right? Rundown can attest to this because we've had this conversation briefly within the TRS chat, and it's crazy for people to think these guys aren't out there literally giving it their all. You got to understand they are being watched every single snap, every single play. All of it is going into a database for that particular person. And you know what I'm saying? The bottom line is nobody's out there playing and half-assing it. So Raiders' keys to winning this is, honestly, we are going to have to be flawless in terms of our backups, which they don't really have the talent. And that's just we don't have any depth. We don't have any talent, while when it comes to the 49ers, they have a lot of talent and depth in terms of second and third stringers. So our key is to run the clock out, man. We're going to have to use the run game and keep the ball away and not try to play situational and try to get work out of this and try to win. That's the only way we're going to win. That is not trying to get work out of it, right? Doing things like going for it on fourth down, in the red zone or something like that. That's the only way we're going to win this game. And it's just because of depth. So my 2 cents.
Yeah, agreed. Dylan Gabriel out here throwing pick sixes. Funny.
I saw
that. That's funny. Man, bro, all them people that was talking about Shador is very quiet. It's crazy. It's one preseason game, but at the end of the day, bro, it's like
Pick
still
six is a pick six. I don't care what.
pick
Again,
six and pick
we
six.
already just talked about these boys.
Yeah. Shit, that loses you goddamn quarterback battles. You doing
Correct.
pick sixes in preseason.
Correct.
But as far as this game, same with us. AOC, you over here throwing picks. You feel what I'm saying? In practice, in games. And Cam Miller's not turning the ball over, you're gonna be sliding down the depth chart. That's just what it is. So and in failure of actually getting cut for real. I ain't gonna cap. You can be a failure of getting cut. So there's that. For as far as the game, I want to see better run blocking from the first team unit. When Collier got in there, it was good last week, right? Like it started to open up. Even Laube got busy last week. But we want to see them runs from Genty, right? So if they're gonna play, how long do they play? And if they play, I want to see them really push off the ball. Defensive wise, bro, like it's pressure, bro. Pressure. We need pressure, bro. We need pressure and what I'm really looking at, right? And what we all need to watch, how many times do we get pressure with just the front four or five, right? How much? You know what I mean? How many times do we have to blitz for it to be like, okay, yeah, there's pressure now. You know what I mean? Like, there we go. So that's what I'm really watching today. How many times can we get the quarterback moving? How long does he have in the pocket to really just sit there and, want to pat the ball and find somebody? If he can get to his third, fourth read, we're not getting there fast enough. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting there fast enough.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. For me, excuse me. For me, O-line has to perform. We have to do better blocking, open up lanes, so that way we can go ahead and establish the run game. We need to see a better performance from a defensive line, like you said. We need pressure. And do we need to go ahead and run blitzes a lot, or can we just do that with the personnel we got, right? So that's the thing that I'm gonna be looking out for. But the pressure from the front four is gonna be a key here. Our secondary, the secondary has to play fucking almost shut down football if possible. At least we're not giving up big plays. That's my thing. If we can go ahead and limit it, where we're giving up 5 yards or less, or even less than 10 yards, I'm cool with that. But once we start giving up, more than 10 yards, 15, 20, giving up those big plays, we're cooked. So the secondary really has to go ahead and step it up. Hopefully it was just a bad week this week, and today they bounce back. That's the thing that I'll be looking out for. I'll be looking out to see how those corners play, how the safeties play. I'll be looking at Chin a little bit more because he didn't have too good of a performance last week, and this week hasn't been any better. So hopefully he bounces back. And looking at Kyle Blue Kelly, let's see what he does now that he has that opportunity to go ahead and be a starter today. Let's see if he can go ahead and bring in. Obviously, Gino, Genty, and Tucker, Myers, Bowers, they're going to do the damn thing. It's about putting points on the board. So from them, what I want to see production. That's what I want to see. I want to see points on the board. So we've seen that all in camp. Let's go ahead and translate it to an actual game.
And Henderson had a nice little touchdown today too. Hey, look, man, there are running backs doing stuff right now. You feel what I'm saying? Let's just call it a bean, bro. Henderson, when you see Henderson touchdown, Turf gonna be mad. When he see it, he gonna be mad. I guarantee you, Turf is gonna be mad. Look it up right now, Turf. I want to see your reaction on screen. I need to see your reaction on screen. Go look it up, bro.
Bro, I already know it's bad.
Yeah, so there are dudes doing stuff, bro. I want to see it. You know what I mean? I want to see some more. That's what I'm saying, bro. Get him some work this week, man. Let him really get going. O-line, let him get going. You know what I mean? So we can go ahead and see what we want.
He's got to cook. He's got to get a little bit. I just need to see like he said, I need to see a flash. I just need to see a flash, because right now he's, I'm giving him the nickname, man, Kevin Samuels. Right now he's getting the Kevin Samuels nickname because right now he looks average at best. Am I wrong? Does he not look average at best? You haven't seen a single flash in any way, really. I mean, you haven't seen him flash on a route in a corner, or somebody on them. You haven't seen any flashes, so that's where I'm at with it. I need to see a flash, big time, from him today. And if not, man, we got a problem, man. Because that's what back to back, top 10 picks that are going to absolutely be duds, and it's just not cool. It's not something that we can't just sit back and not point out on a consistent basis. They need to figure it out. They got to showcase this kid today. I mean, they got to, like you said, he's got to get more than 3 touches.
Yeah.
We all understand that's the type of running back he is. Hence why you got to he should get at least 5 to 8 touches today, and he should be able to flash out of one of those.
There you go. Shit, even 10 if I could. I ain't gonna lie. I'd give him 10 if I could.
He's got to get some touches today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I just want to see some points on the board from the starters. Now that they're going to go ahead and play a little bit longer. So, I'm going to be looking out for that. That's going to be a key thing here. We need to see kind of how they're driving during the game, if they got that juice for sure. 100%. Let me go ahead and go ahead and move towards the bottom portion of our show. Let me go ahead and transition to the segment. Who's on your Raiders Mount Rushmore? And we do this to our guests every show. We want to go ahead and get your picks on who would be on your Mount Rushmore. And now this is a little thing you could do either players or coaches. You mix them both. It's all good. And chat, if you also make sure you guys can participate too. Let us know who would be on your Mount Rushmore as well. So Turf, you are a guest for today.
Yeah.
Who would be on your Mount Rushmore, bro?
For my Mount Rushmore, you gotta obviously have Marcus Allen. He's gonna be my top guy, and for a lot of reasons. He's one of one. That's I think that's enough to be said, right? I don't care how you look at it. He's literally one of one in the NFL stats, so none of that, matters. So he's number one. It gets tough, man, because we got a lot of guys, man. Timmy Brown has to be on this list for me. Absolutely remember him like it was yesterday in all facets of the game. Timmy B is there. Coaching, man, you know what I mean? Flores as a coach. He's definitely going to be on my Mount Rushmore, and I get it. See, this is where Turf is showing his age, right? Because he's a lot even before my time. But again, this is for all-time Raiders. And that's why I got to give homage to some of the old guys. And this is another one, which is obvious for a lot of people. And it's because you got to give love to that, to those trenches, man. And that's Otto. I mean, these are like trivial, obvious ones, even for people that are young and old that know, because of what they've done, right, for the organization, all that. And then last but not least, bro, is Al Davis. I know that sounds crazy. But yeah, that would be.
He's the one that started it all, bro. Yeah.
Bingo. I think you cover every area. You got a special teams guy. You got a trenches guy. I mean, the owner and coach, if you will, and who started it along with another, I think, probably most noted coach, right? For a lot of reasons, and Mr. Flores. So, I mean, and that's obviously I could do this over and have 5 different other Rushmores, right? To keep it real.
Oh yeah.
And it depends right now if you want to go just players, right? If you want to go just coaches, I can do all those things. But I don't see how and I see what you're saying, pigs, but there's no way you can't put Al. I mean, man, we don't have enough time in the show, man, for me to start going into it, because right now I think the problem we have is that Al was this team. And
Yeah.
we're still trying to figure it out with the reminiscences of him, mainly his son, right at the helm, and it's just not working out. And I don't know what's next. But the bottom line is, until whatever that next is, we're going to be cursed with this. Yeah, because we have no identity anymore. This was all Al. Don't get me wrong, we obviously have an identity, but you know what I mean when I say that. This heart and soul was Al. Everything that was built right was Al, and it's not there anymore. And it has been for a long time, for well over 20 years. And until we figure that part out, we stuck. That's really the true facts. We are stuck right now. It's like we're stuck in a dimension while all the other 31 teams are, slowly starting to move into the right dimensions and direction, and we're kind of just stuck.
Yeah, for sure. Let me go ahead and move on to our final segment here, the Spotlight, Meet Our Guests. We do this every show out here at Good Morning Raiders. We get to go ahead and take some time out to go ahead and really meet our guest. This week's guest is none other than her, the ultimate 932. So let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Let me ask you, how long have you been a Raider fan for? And then what really made you fall in love with the silver and black?
Yeah, man. It's 100%. Again, you'll see me point a lot to this corner over here, man, and it's Marcus Allen.
Yeah.
I've always had, family role models, things along those lines. And in fact, the best running back that I would ever consider is a guy named Richard J.C. Crump. A lot of y'all might not know he is a absolute legend, Miami High. Some consider the first player to ever actually play from high school to straight pros. Played in the CFL, USFL, all kinds of things. But long story short, started playing football early, 6 years old, saw a Raider game, man. Saw Marcus Allen. I was a running back, and, it was just one of those things where I gelled with him more than the others, even though I didn't have that style of run. And just been a fan ever since, man. Got lucky to do it before we got to that 82, right? Super Bowl, again, showing my age. I was right around 6, 7 years old when I joined Raider Nation, if you will, and we won it in 82, where I was 7 years old. So, yeah, and I thought, right, we have plenty more. And that's the funny thing about it, because I really did. I thought we would have multiple more, but at this point, and we have not. So it's a struggle, and I get it. That's why I feel bad for, you guys, particularly Rundown, being one of the youngest. It's a lot of suffering and pain, and it's not fun. It's not fun. So,
100%.
Yeah, I've been here for it all, man, and I'll always be a Raider no matter how it goes down. I've just come to grips on. That's why I say one of the main things I said I would never do. That would stop me from being a Raider, and this might sound like total doomsday and turf, completely off the ledge for some people because they may have felt the same way, but that is if it got away from the hands of the Davis family. That was one of the things I was like, man, if they ever stole this team from Mark Davis or anything like that, that could be pause to not like the Raiders anymore. And now I don't really feel that way anymore. At this point, it's worth a lot of money. I wouldn't be mad if he sold this thing and let some real straight up professional people come in and run this thing like it's supposed to be run. And then that way that regardless, right, he can't be blamed. And for the record, I think Mark has done an outstanding job. He's put his money where his mouth is. He stepped out of the way. It just hasn't worked, ladies and gentlemen, right? That's the harsh reality of what we're dealing with. It just hasn't worked. So I'm looking at this from all avenues. I'm looking at it from every perspective, every angle, and that's one of them I've kind of, no longer giving pushback on in terms of, me leaving Raider Nation, if you will. So it's kind of really only one other thing, and that's you mess with the logo, I got a problem.
Yeah, the show, bro. The show, the name.
Got a problem. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
There you go. Shout out to my guy Chris for Raiders with the $2 special 8384.
Chris, what up, man?
We won it all. There you go.
sir.
I know.
Yo,
It's crazy.
sure
I was
did,
born.
bro.
I was born in that year, and that sucks, man. And I wasn't aware to see all that happen. You know,
Exactly.
I wasn't aware.
But you saw success though. You
Oh yeah.
saw Gannon.
Yeah,
I saw
no, you
that.
did. You did.
I
Yeah.
saw
It was
games.
my prime years. So I mean,
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you
I
saw
saw.
Gannon.
I saw
Bro,
success. We made it. Yeah, we made it to the top. We just didn't win it, and that's the thing, man. It's
One
just, we
one of my
got to
claim
back
to
to it.
fames. One of my claim to fames was running Marcus Allen's play and
Yeah.
and Pop Warner and literally just trying to copy him. I had no reason to have to do it, but your boy just had to do the reverse like Marcus Allen and score in Pop Warner at the age of 8. I mean, it's right. I got homeboys that remember it, got the receipts for it, but again, one of those reasons why I loved Marcus Allen, man. Just absolutely loved him.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Normally I would ask you who's your favorite player, but you already answered that. But let me let me ask this. What's been your most rewarding part of being a content creator in Raider Nation?
The most rewarding, as well as the most terrorizing, is our fans, man. The truth is, not jumping into this, I would have never found you guys. Obviously, TRS, that is a special group. It really honestly is. Y'all have no idea how much of, more than just a group TRS has become. So shout out to my brothers, my guys, the Raider Syndicate. And that's what's been the most special, man. I'll be honest. That right there in itself and the bond that I've created. I mean, I've literally hung out with everybody for the most part. Me and Chris have had the most one-on-one time, if you will, for obvious reasons, just to travel and being in his city and stuff. Bro, that is my dog for life. I don't think y'all understand. Bro, the relationships that was created through this are literally priceless. And I'm the only one that's still gotten to meet Rundown, so I feel special. Everybody's talking about he's a bot. They don't even believe he's real.
My guy.
He's a hologram, bro. I know. 805 was like, I think he's a hologram, man. I know, bro.
Hey. He could have had me in Vegas, man. I was there. There. He was gone.
Right. And I don't know if I already mentioned it, but I will mention it again. If I didn't. This is the first time I won't be at the season opener. And again, it's just a lot of the people that I've met. Obviously, y'all that go to the games regularly, I didn't miss the first 4 years. And I've made some serious bonds in that stadium. And for the people that don't know, it's the same people that work there week after week. They don't change. It's the same people that have been there from 2021 when they opened to the public. Those same people are the same ones that are there. And it really feels like family. They watch our shows. They pub us up. Right? Leo, everybody's been around. If you've been to the stadium with me, you've seen and felt the love. Guaranteed. There's no question. You've seen and felt the love in plenty of ways. All kinds of, we get all kinds of love, and they sneak us in here and there. Don't, all those Raider people that don't like that, don't listen. But yeah, we find ways to have a good time, man. And that's really what all of this content creation stuff, because that's why I did it. I said I wanted to document this thing. And I really put my money where my mouth was. That's why it cracks me up when you got these people saying, turn in your Raider card, this, that, and the third. I bought a freaking Minshew jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there's so many ways to prove that I am Raider through and through. So when I now become objective, instead of with my head in the clouds and, just trying to stay positive Pete all the time, that doesn't mean I hate this team. It's just I'm more objective and I'm more realistic moving forward because I did all that. It's documented. I did all that. Y'all could go back and see it. I got plethora of.
It is a fact.
it's there. So you know what I mean, and plenty of receipts to vouch for it. And trust me, my bank account's still struggling. So Raider games ain't cheap. They the most
They're
cost
not cheap. They are
expensive
not
in
cheap.
the league. Most expensive.
That they are not. That they are not.
So
Yeah, I operate on a shoestring budget, so I feel you.
Yeah.
yeah, you got young pups.
Boy.
That's the way, y'all just starting out, man. So
Yeah,
absolutely, you balling on the budget, and that's why y'all gonna love knowing me, because I know how to ball on the budget at Raider games. And in fact, I'll give y'all a hint and call me crazy, but I'm gonna tell you right now, don't buy your tickets till last minute.
Oh yeah.
I'm just telling you right now. And now look, the only way I tell you to change that is if we actually start winning.
Okay.
If we start winning and you go in week 8, don't wait till last minute to buy a ticket. And we're 7-1, we're 6-2. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be like $1,000 per ticket.
Exactly. But if we are what I expect us to be, 1-4, buy a ticket 10 minutes before the kickoff. Not even lying to you. As you're walking from the tailgate, they'll start popping up. Yeah, it's easy to buy into. It's easier to buy in pairs.
yeah, it is.
But yeah, and trust me, it's gonna feel. It's gonna start to feel sick. And to be honest with you, if you don't even care about kickoff, right? See, that's the thing. Like, if you already know that, I could see myself this year coming into the game second quarter. I've done this. You see what I'm saying? I've done this. I've did this for 4 years straight. I'm basically a local when I'm there anyway. So truth is, I could see myself this year, if I do go to some games, I may not even go to the game and be in Vegas, go watch it at the Mandalay Bay. And, second quarter, I'll be like, it's halftime. Oh, I can get a club seat for 100, 200. Yeah, I'll go. Walk across the bridge and be there third quarter and reap all the benefits. You know what I'm saying? So that's $1 million worth of game right there, if ever, I just gave you. Like, I don't even think y'all understand.
That's a fact.
It is so much game I gave you right there. You dissect it and try it.
There you go.
You'll be pleasantly surprised, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Really
10
quick.
minutes before kickoff. That sounds good to me.
There you go.
Sound good
Really
to me.
quick.
$100. That's it.
There you go.
It depends, bro. It really depends. Like, so my coach, I'll never forget. My coach literally got the worst nosebleed you could ever get. The literally the top of the top of the top. By halftime, he was in club seat. He literally just bought a ticket, moved from the very top to the 300 sections, found another ticket throughout the second quarter, got him down to the hundreds, and then he got a club seat for something stupid like $30-$40. It was wild.
Oh,
wild.
man.
Yeah, it was wild. So
Yeah.
he spent like 200 and something bucks and had premium club seats.
That ain't bad.
That's
That ain't
what's up.
bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to game the system, quote unquote, if you will, if you don't mind, right? Again, Turf has done it all. I'm not going to lie to you. You missed the full experience. If you've not been through the full experience of the game, you want to do that. You absolutely want to go the second those doors crack open. You want to walk through every crevice because it's amazing, right? You get to see all the plaques. You get to see all of the beauty, the art. And now they've opened it up so people can see those private sections that they used to not be able to see. So, yeah, absolutely take every second, if you haven't gone, to walk that stadium and check it out. But if you're a vet, if you're an OG, don't hesitate to wait, man. You could kick it at the tailgate and literally buy your ticket right as people are walking in, and you'll probably score.
I bought my fucking tickets a couple months ago. There you go. I got to tell you.
Yeah, I used to always do that. Yeah, I used to always do that, and that's how I learned. After year 2 was when I really got hip to the game and got smart.
Yeah, I didn't want to chance it. I wanted
exactly, and that is the number one thing. That's the big fear, and that's why. And if you haven't done it, you're like, dude, nah, I'm going. I don't want to miss the kickoff. I don't want to miss the pre-time show, right? If you don't want to miss all of those things, absolutely, your best bet is that. But if this ain't new to you, I promise you, even first quarter, bro. First quarter, you're drastically getting a pay cut. Yeah, you'll get premium club seats for cost. if you go in first quarter.
There you go. Really quick, shout out to my guy Jeff, Raider Jeff, gifting 5 Just Raider baby membership to the masses.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, my guy. Salute to you. Keeping the lights on over here at Just Raiders for sure. Appreciate you. Ron, do you have any questions?
Yeah. You know, I always ask. You know, we talk all the time, but what's something you like right now about the content game? Well, I mean, you already answered it kind of, but something you would like to kind of change, man. Something you like to see change or get a little better, man. As far as the content game goes, huh?
You know, drama is always good. Obviously, I don't do well with drama. I really kind of truly don't entertain it much at all.
Yeah.
But it can be good, especially if done right. You know what I mean? You know, one of the things that I love is when content creators comprehend and understand how to attack the argument and not the person. And that's one of those things that I think if we start to do a little bit more, you'll see a little bit more respect, regardless of if you agree or disagree with takes. But attack the argument, not the person. Nobody cares about what the person did in their past, whether you played NFL or whether you played Pop Warner, right? It makes no sense to attack that. Attack the argument of whatever that is that you're discussing and debating. I think that will drastically start to change things. You'll see the attitude shift, and then you'll also see the people that can't keep up, you know, go along the wayside. You know, for some of us, this is not a game. We go through everything. We comb through it all. We understand stats aren't everything. You know what I mean? But you got to come prepared if you come on one of these shows and chop it up with us in terms of the roster, right? In terms of anything, in terms of football, right? So, and that's really not everybody's cup of tea. So that's why I say, you know, if people start learning how to attack the argument, and then obviously start pressing people on that. When people start getting personal, you know, where's the argument you're attacking? Not, you know what I'm saying? Not me. Yeah. Don't attack me. Attack the argument, and I think you'll see a lot. You'll see a lot of things change. You know what I mean? Because again, right, the people that don't have the ability to attack the argument will start to fade away, and those are the people that don't understand, you know, football like that, or just can't, you know, back up their, you know, their comments and what they, you know, what they're putting out there. You know, a lot of people, I put things out there based on my experience. You know what I'm saying? The things that I've done, absolutely knowing the game. You know, I do think I am absolutely 100% qualified. Anybody can go look and see my receipts. You know, it is what it is. But I don't think you have to do more or less than what I've done to be qualified to give a take and to have your opinion be heard and not be attacked as the person and not the argument. So, you know, that's one of those things about the game that I think you will start to see change.
Yeah.
Because people will hold you accountable. That's one thing that's cool about us men, right? And I'm not saying ladies don't as well, but men typically hold each other accountable. You know what I mean? And in these YouTube streets, it's easy to start yelling that I'm going to fight you and this, that, and the third. But start forcing people to substantiate their argument. You know what I'm saying? Support the stuff that they're saying, right? And you'll have a different attitude across the board, and we can all, you know, kind of coincide. And again, like I said, you'll see the people that really can't play in that game move to something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's healthy to have good back and forth banter. I mean, hell, if you see what goes on in PRS, because I can assure you right now, as much as I just told you I love Chris, I guarantee you Chris hates me with a passion.
Shout out to the guy, Chris.
Laughing about what I gotta say.
Oh yeah,
and I love it. But we two peas in the pod outside of that. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's a great question, by the way. Rundown. It's a great question.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know. Some people say like, credentials matter, but like we can't Google none of their credentials. So it's like,
Exactly. I
what
know.
are you talking about?
It's
Like,
weird.
like you literally like that's wild. This is wild. But you're right, man. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like, I already said it, it's all I hate when our fan base says, well, what are your pro scouting credentials? Like
Right.
90% of you motherfuckers don't have pro scouting credentials. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that's funny.
Yeah.
We
Unless you're
can't
on
say that.
ESPN.
That's what I'm saying. 90% of us that are talking about this don't have that at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Bro.
Really quick shout out to my guy Christopher Rader says, cancel the liars and cheaters, makes us all look bad. Shout out to my guy Christopher Raiders. Holla. Yeah, man. Let me ask you this, Sheriff. One with this. What do you have going on? Where can they find you? Let the people know. Let the people know.
Absolutely. So I am on full blast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing the most right now. Obviously today, 3:00 sharp, we will be kicking off the watch party. I don't know what everyone else has. You obviously know I enjoy whichever channel you like. You know what I mean? I'm just putting it out there. There's plenty of us to choose from. From that respect, I'm not in any competition. I'm just going to enjoy the game. And if people want to join in and watch, perfect. But yeah, man, Monday nights, right? We got Turf and Rundown. Turf and Rundown is back in full effect, 7 p.m. sharp Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. Tuesday nights, right? My favorite, right? My number one starting show, the Ultimate Raider Fan 32. That is at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific on Tuesdays. Wednesday nights, the brand new channel, the Knockout Canvas with my main man, Coach Angelo. That's everything MMA, boxing, combat sports, jiu-jitsu, the whole nine. You definitely don't want to miss that if you love combat sports.
Oh yeah, I tapped into that. I gotta get on that.
Angelo is one of the best in the business, period, for several reasons. And then last but not least, man, Dead in the Water with my main man Spence, bro. Spencer is an avid Patriots fan, but sports fan in general. One of the brightest minds I know personally, just across the board. I met him from the tech world. He's just sharp every which way till Sunday, and that is Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, we're usually watching something. It's all sports. It's not just football. We tend to talk about it all. So that's where you can find me. Please don't hesitate to go over there and like and subscribe to all those channels. I appreciate it. And this was awesome, man. Obviously, I'm always with Rundown, but I don't get to always kick it with Jay. So, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. We gotta run this back, me and you, and we gotta talk fight game, man. I'm all about fight game, bro.
Man.
I'll let you know my background, and my background is definitely MMA, for sure. Yeah, hey, appreciate you, man. Always, tapping in and pulling up with us, and appreciate you jumping on the show today for sure. Really quick to be, we're not gonna do a live. Trevor's gonna do a live. What do you have going on? Rundown.
Hop in one of y'all lives, maybe. I mean, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a post game reaction show. I'm gonna do the post game because I don't like to be doing a live while I'm during the game. I can't pay attention, and it's hard for me. I just can't do it. But I probably could do I could jump in halftime. But I'm doing a post game reaction show 30 minutes after the game. So make sure you guys pull up for that. Obviously, you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and jump on that for sure. It's raw take, so I'm gonna be. I mean, I started the pregame earlier, but I'm gonna be full in it by then, for sure. So make sure you guys tap into that on Mondays. Raiders Unfiltered. That's gonna be the overreaction to this game. So make sure you guys hop in for that. And then obviously we do it with the Connection Show on Wednesdays with Raider Jeff, who's in the building, Leo, and LV Raider 10. Nate.
Yeah. I will be going live probably tomorrow though.
There you go.
I will be doing live tomorrow. So I will be going ahead and doing something tomorrow. I'll be jumping in today with whatever, but tomorrow for sure I'll do like a solo live and do my own little thing. And then Monday we got Turf and Rundown. So you got 2 straight days of coverage. So get it in, man. Hit that like, hit the subscribe button. Salute Sam over there. I'm seeing Sam over there typing some BS in the chat, man. Talking about he found the glitch. Madden is trash, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean, Matt. This Madden is garbage. Hey, I kid you not, bro. I'm playing franchise. I'm beating the Chiefs 14-10. Dog, I get out at halftime. It's 14 seconds left in the game. Like no bullshit. It's 14 seconds left in the game and I'm losing all of a sudden, dog. Like and I lost the game. I can't with the game no more. Another game I end up playing as the fucking Titans. I'm over here trying to play as the Titans and shit. I get out of halftime. It's stupid, bro. This game is dumb. This game is dumb, bro.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Hey, money check. I never claimed to be nothing more than that, bro. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about, my guy.
I don't claim to know everything. I just claim to know more than you. That's it.
There you go.
That's all I do.
I don't even claim that, dog. I just claim my opinion. There you go.
I don't know it all. I don't know
that's
everything, baby. I just know more than you. That's all I say.
Hey, baseball is not football, bro. That's cool. You played in the big leagues. It's all good, bro. But football is different people.
He said he played in the big leagues.
Oh yeah. He said he played college, MLB 2 years in the big league.
Played in the Dominican League. I don't want to hear that shit. What?
Oh man,
shit.
I love Money Truck, man.
But dog, I never claimed to be nothing more than that. I'm just a Raider fan.
Out there playing on Jurassic Park Island.
Yeah. Hey, really quick shout out to my sis. She's in the building. She popped up earlier. I don't know if she's still watching.
Salute.
Hey, this game, she's a Niners fan, so this game has real world implications. Yeah, man. My boys better come through today. That's all I'm saying.
It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly.
100%. So, man, shout out to little sis in the building. Appreciate you, girl, pulling up and supporting for sure. But that is it for y'all. We're about to get ready for this damn game.
Yeah, bro.
Going on in about just in about an hour. Yeah. There you go. Shout out to sis.
Love. Hey, Turf. I don't think he thinks we played football. Turf. Money Chuck thinks we didn't play football.
That's wild.
It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to everybody though up in here. Much love to everybody. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Even Money Chuck, man. You helping the views, bro. Helping everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? Spread this Raider love, man. So appreciate everybody. Hopefully we see what we want to see today for the game, man. We spread love, not hate, man. We ain't gonna block you, man. It's always love, man. Spread it,
bro.
Spread it. All right. Take the hate out your heart. So what we'll do now, man, is go ahead, like Jay said, we about to get up out of here, man. Let's hope we see what we want to see from the team, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Let's see some improvement. That's all we want. Some improvement. Because that's what? If we win in the Super Bowl, man. Hey, you probably bald as hell, Money Chuck. I'll kiss you on your bald ass head. We win the Super Bowl or something, man. We'll make up. Kiss and make up, man. Who cares, bro? All we want to do is win. So let's just win. You feel what I'm saying? So let's do what we do, baby.
Yes, sir, for sure. Shout out to all my new members. Shout out to Jeff for getting those memberships. But we will not have a show next Saturday. I'm gonna be in Phoenix, y'all. I'm gonna be at the Cardinal Raider game, boots on the ground, doing the whole damn thing. So I'll get some cool footage from there, and I'll be doing the tailgate. So I'm gonna meet up Jeff Barnes and Link Kennedy. That was gonna be a good one. And meet up my boy Leo. We're gonna do the damn thing over there. So we will not have a good one, Raiders, but we will be on the following week. We'll be back at it again, and we're gonna have none other than All In Autumn Win. Brian Fowler will be in the building. He's gonna talk about his journey and what he has going on this season. He's doing a special thing this season. So make sure you guys tap in. hit that noti if you're not subscribed already, for sure. But
You'll probably
other
see
than
me
that,
live again in like an hour, man. I gotta give me something
there
to
you
eat,
go.
man. Give me
There you
something.
go.
Like,
There you go.
I'll be with
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Yeah, I'll hop in.
Me
I'll
too.
hop in the shows. You feel me?
There we go. There
Yes,
we
sir.
go. All right, y'all. But other than that, we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. We'll see you guys not this Saturday, but not this Saturday coming up, but the following Saturday. So until then, y'all just remember, go Raiders. Just Raiders, baby. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.